Lancia Zeta 1995 to 2002. Lancia Zeta, front-wheel drive minivan, developed and produced in 1995-2002 at the joint French-Italian company Seville Nord in Valenciennes, France. The car, built on the U60 platform and part of the first-generation Eurovan family, was positioned as the most prestigious of them, a limousine among minivans. Low-power engines available for analog models were not installed on Zeta, and in similar configurations its cost significantly, up to a 20% difference, exceeded that of related Eurovans. The name Zeta is in line with Lancia's policy of naming cars after Greek letters. It should be noted that the car of this brand, produced at the beginning of the 20th century, was also called. The first step in the development of European minivans was made by the French aerospace company Matra, which also had an automotive division, part of the PSA Peugeot Citroën concern, which created in 1980 a prototype of a one-volume Projet P18 car with a plastic body. However, he was not interested in PSA management and, after some improvements, was sold to the main competitor, Renault, which in 1984 introduced the Renault Espace minivan, which became the ancestor of all European minivans. The car became very successful, and in order to compete with it, it was decided to develop its own project of a one-volume car. However, the work progressed with difficulty, and successful ideas did not arise. In 1986 the company Heelys developed a prototype monocab based on the Citroën BX, but it was rejected due to lack of room. The solution to the problem could be an alliance with another automaker, and the Italian company Fiat was ideally suited for the role of partner. Peugeot Citroën has already had a successful partnership with Fiat in South America with the joint venture Seville, Société Européenne de Véhicules Légers. In December 1988, the Seville Nord plant was built in the French city of Valenciennes. Work on the project of a new minivan, designated U60, began in 1987. The car was supposed to be not too small like the Nissan Prairie, not too big like the Toyota Previa. In addition, it was planned to be produced under several brands with some differences in accordance with the corporate identity and principles of each brand. The design studios Peugeot, Citroën, Fiat, Lancia and Alfa Romeo worked on the appearance of the model, and the Italian bodywork studios Pininfarina, Bertoni, Italdesign and Idea were also involved. A large number of mock-ups were made, and by 1989 a design consensus had been reached. Then the development of the main structural elements of the car began, as well as a period of marketing research. At first it was assumed that PSA would use the Talbot brand, however, due to falling demand and the deteriorating reputation of this brand, it was decided to produce Eurovans under the Peugeot and Citroën brands. The Fiat concern also decided to produce the model under two brands, Fiat and Lancia, and the latter was positioned as the most luxurious and prestigious car of all. The car was presented at the Geneva Motor Show on March 10, 1994, along with three other minivans of the U60 project, Fiat Talus, Peugeot 806 and Citroën Evasion. The novelties received in the media an unofficial common name Eurovans, English Eurovans, which later became officially fixed. All of them were produced at the same Seville Nord plant in Valenciennes, and the production of Lancia Zeta began later than its counterparts, in 1995. From 1995 to 2002, only 22,014 units of this model were produced, less than any other Eurovan. According to OICA, the following number of Lancia Zetas were produced from 1998 to 2002. Lancia Zeta had a one-volume monocoque body. Its design is similar to that of related minivans. There were only external differences in the design of the radiator grille, as well as front and rear lighting. The body is galvanized. The model had good visibility and a very bright interior due to the large glass area. Zeta could be equipped with a sunroof and even a half-glass roof. Sliding rear side doors made boarding the minivan more comfortable than competing models such as the Volkswagen Chiron. The tailgate opened up. It is noted that in cars before 1996, sliding doors developed play over time, and the back door began to creak when driving over bumps. Zeta was equipped with 4 engines, 2 petrol and 2 diesel. From 1995 to 2000, the model was equipped with a 2-liter 8-valve XU10J2T petrol turbo engine and a 2.1-liter XU11BTE turbo diesel engine. In 1999, the 2-liter DW10T turbo diesel became available. In 2000, the gasoline engine was replaced by a naturally aspirated 16-valve engine of the same size EW10J4. Automotive experts note the high reliability of all the engines that Lancia Zeta was equipped with in their unpretentiousness and maintenance, but they report that exhaust manifold cracks are typical for gasoline engines. The XU10J2T engine was equipped with a relatively trouble-free turbine, but its relatively high fuel consumption was criticized. The minivan was equipped with an independent front and semi-independent rear suspension with anti-roll bars. The suspension is rated by experts as quite soft and energy intensive. The resource of ball bearings averages from 40 to 80,000 km, the stabilizer bar bushings serve the same amount. The rear suspension is more durable, the silent blocks of the beam can withstand 150-200,000 km. All Zeta minivans were equipped only with a 5-speed manual transmission. It is easy to maintain. The lubricant is designed for the entire service life, so the car owner only needs to monitor the tightness of the gearbox. The car was equipped with power steering rack and pinion. The model has a very good handling by the standards of minivans. Tie rod ends average about 40,000 km, which gives auto experts a reason to call them short-lived. Lancia Zeta cars were equipped with disc brakes, and only ventilated discs were used in front. The braking system is rated as quite effective, thanks in part to the anti-lock braking system that has been fitted to all Zeta vehicles. When replacing the pads, experts recommend cleaning and lubricating the guides, as well as checking the condition of the anthers of the guide calipers. Salon Lancia Zeta had 3 rows of seats and 6 or 7 seats, depending on the configuration. The salon is transformable. The rear rows of seats can be folded or dismantled, thereby increasing the capacity of the luggage compartment. As the most prestigious of all first-generation Eurovans, the Zeta had rich interior fittings such as leather seating. All cars were equipped with air conditioning. A large glass area provided good visibility and insulation of the interior space of the minivan, and sliding rear doors provided convenient access to all passenger seats. The gear lever placed on the center console was an additional factor that influenced the comfort of the cabin, since due to this arrangement there was a passage between the front seats. The cars of 1995 release have problems with the reliability of the fastenings of the third row of seats. Another shortcoming was the location of the immobilizer buttons near the cup holders, because of which they can be filled with a drink.